Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to November... what is today, the 11th? I gotta check my calendar, I don't know what day it is. It's not the 11th, November 8th. It's the 11th month. So welcome to November 8th, Sunday. Had an early wake up this morning. Supermarket run, shower's been taken, breakfast has been had. Sure. And we are now getting ready to jump into a Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire stream. If this is your first time tuning in, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon to get updates for when I go live with more games, and stick around. Doing lots of Lord of the Rings Online, Pillars of Eternity 2, NBA 2K21, and starting maybe Tuesday night, probably Wednesday morning, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I'm probably going to start reading short stories and books more often as well. It's amazing how spoiled we've become by solid-state drives, because this game is not installed in a solid state, and the load times are a little bit horrific. Comparatively speaking. Well, while that's loading... Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we're outside the Wild Mare. What quests do we have? I'll probably work on the bounties for the moment. Decila. Let's get rid of all the bounties first.
For someone who talks so much, you seem to care about very little.
Oh, apologies, lad. Didn't realise we'd be only ever speaking of subjects deep and meaningful.
Oh, don't strain yourself on my account.
Oh, I should probably sell before... Nah, I'm not loaded up with enough stuff yet to worry about selling. Leaving by sea. Alright, we got a bounty. Might as well take care of this ship as well. Yeah, we're gonna board right away, because we're 3 levels higher, shouldn't be a problem. I really see no need for ship-to-ship combat unless it's very even and they have more men than we have. Here we go. I didn't even have to lift a finger that battle.
That's
Me and you are about to mix.
They're handling it all for me.
Moe Ixie Honor.
Pirateering, we will go. Privateering. Quick save. Can I level up other characters from here, or do I have to do it when they're in my party? I may have to do it when they're in my party, but what I need to do is level up everybody. And see if that affects my combat. Alright, we have some bounties. Bounty Decila. She commands the voyager Alicio, often found in the waters south of Nekataka. Well, we're at Nekataka now. Ah, there she is right there. Oh, we lost her somewhere. Somewhere over here. Well, in the meantime, might as well grab these supplies. Oh, there's a sunken ship. You're sailing past a reef when Eld Ingram shouts out, pointing to port. There lists a ship stranded in the middle, perched on a narrow shoal. It tips and rolls with the passing waves. Hanging from its mast is a blue flag showing an image of a crescent moon sinking beneath the waves. Your crew gathers around, murmuring in low, excited voices. Beldul rushes to the railing. "Captain, that's a gift-bearer ship. No telling what sorts of treasures it's got." Iquick snorts. "Gift-bearers carry sentimental junk. Worthless stuff. Nah, that's a smuggler's ship. It's a classic disguise." Shield Sister Dahlia spits into the water. "Then it's a fucking stupid one. Gift-bearers only visit landlocked settlements. That's a trap." Alright, thoughts? Ooh, I have to pick a party member. You wonder what you think, but only you can answer that. What's that, Seraphim? "Ain't a trap, Captain. Ship be too smashed to ship for that. Might be too smashed to ship for salvage, too." Seraphim scratches the back of his head as he peers at the vessel. Alright, prepare a skiff. We'll have to row out and climb the hole. You row the skiff above the reefs, the waves tossing it, the bottom of the small boat occasionally scraping against the jagged structure below. You tie off on a snag of coral next to the wreck. The water is rough and the hull slick with brine, but you're able to find perches between the shifting planks. Climb up. You pull yourself up using bent planks and barnacles for holds. You've almost reached the main deck when a wave slams against the ship. You hear a crash from somewhere below as the vessel rocks. Your legs slip out from under you, and your fingers dig into wet lumber. Your grip holds. Once the ship settles, you resume your climb and make it to the safety of the deck. The ship is deserted. You don't even find any corpses. If the ship had a skiff, it's missing too. Alright, let's search for salvage. Search for evidence of smugglers. Frowning, Seraphim points out a series of scuff marks along the deck, as if the box of junk had been moved. Same side. You slide it aside and find a trapdoor underneath. Within rests a small chest brimming with gold skellings. Seraphim whistles. Smugglers after all. Among the coins rests a small figure of an imp, of all things. You load your find onto the skiff and row back to your ship. Oh, that was worth the side jaunt. Nothing else on this island. Well, we lost her for the moment, but I'm sure we'll find her again in a minute. Some salvage. Well, we might as well explore this since we're here. Well, wondering that, yeah, this is just one of those random locations. I'm not going to read those. As you travel northwest, you discover a broad channel separating you from the flat expanse of a sandy islet. Islet? I always forget how it's pronounced. I think it's islet. A wooden bridge spans the waterway, easily wide enough to accommodate a cart and horse. A crowd throngs the bridge, an eclectic menagerie of clean-coated Valians, Almoa in bright and colorful robes, and even the odd Orlan. Down the hill, at the water's edge, a small cluster of Almoa have gathered. Approach the ones by the water. From the shore, you see that the channel's current seems significantly stronger than it had from afar, perhaps fed by the recent storms. The Huana gathered here, garbed in thin robes and little else, watch as you approach. One steps forward, her own gown in far brighter colors than those around her. She cants her head to the side. You look bedraggled, stranger, as if the sea spat you upon our shore. What you come here for? To watch. What's this all about? The arc of her hand describes first the swimmers, then the waters, then the islet on the other side. They challenged the Eothas channel. The rains fell and the waters run swift. They must swim swifter yet. For each who finishes there is honor. For the one who wins there is more. Examine the competitors. Seraphim looks over the Alma. Eyes linger on a heavily muscled bald woman, a lean blonde man, and a gangling man in his late teens. I reckon the blonde has an advantage, being both strong and compact. I'd like to join the race. Several of the gathered Huana chuckle. The woman merely smiles, bowing her head slightly. Challenging Osa. It is always done by an Oama to prove strength and stamina in the water. I stay afraid it may be too much for another kith. I thought the Huana were traditionally a welcome people. She bows her head. Then what welcome would be provided if we fed our guests unknowing to Nagati? When her gaze returns to yours, she bears a small smile. But you are not unknowing, I say. Go to the water and strip down. My, watch you sure? I mean, well, that's good luck. Red face, Yodi clears her throat behind her fist, but she doesn't break her stare. I'm not going to make it because my athletics is horrible. And I'm wounded. As hard as you pull and kick, the current pushes you back with the strength of a bear. You keep pace with the Huana, though your muscles burn with the effort. One of the Huana unit struggles to remain in the pack. No, he's struggling just to stay above water. His desperate gasps carry down the channel. Yeah, I'm going to help him to shore. I like to help people. You wrap an arm around the struggling swimmer, and he has the wherewithal not to struggle against you as you swim towards land. You pull yourself onto the rocky shore and help him up behind you. The large bald woman pulls ahead and reaches the goal first. The crowd roars as she walks onto the far shore, fists raised victoriously. The young swimmer squeezes your arm. Many thanks, Akira. The crowd on the bridge thins and the commotion dies down. Your journey continues. I didn't get anything out of that. Alright, fair enough. Let's buy everything they've got. And we're gonna sell everything except for the yellows. Back to the ship. Alright. Alright, that's enough for now. Quick save. Where are we going next? I don't see her yet again. Search the abandoned village. Well, she sure as shit ran for me. There she is, right there. Let's get her. Come on. Quick save. Oh yeah, we got her. We're boarding right away. Bounty ho!
Not my thing.
Lava beyond sea.
That's me too.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
That was a quick one. Bounty completed. Hopefully this doesn't screw up my stream. We'll see. Alright. What's the next quest we've got? The bounty's done. Let's investigate Motari Okozi. The island was used for shelter in the days of Ukaizo. Alright, that's... yeah, we could do that. We can also do goods and services. Why don't we do that one right now? Fort Deadlight. Let's go see what she wants from me. What I really want is enough coin to get a galleon. But I think that's like 100,000. I need a lot of money.
You're the captain who Aldi's invited to parley, ain't you? I'm to keep an eye out.
He taps a finger beneath his one eye that isn't covered by a black patch.
It's so I can provide you an escort when you arrive.
Lead on.
Right this way, Captain. It's my pleasure to show our honored guest around. Aye, it sure is.
You must be Captain. Glad you could make it, Loveson.
The battle-hardened captain rubs the underside of her chin as she regards you pleasantly. Her miscolored eyes, one raven-wing black, the other an icy blue, rove up and down your face.
Like what you see?
A golden solonet gleams against the scarred skin of her chest. When you noticed it, she flips it to reveal the mark of her status on the other side.
The mark on this side. It means I'm the second highest rank on the Council of Captains. I'm but one chair below that cockrot Ferrante.
She grins.
Now, I know I offered you a full parley, but I'm a pirate, which means I'm loyal to my crew. But otherwise, I lie whenever it benefits me. You killed my fourth chair, and a damn good friend. A part of me might be impressed, but a part of me wants to flay the skin from your face. Understand? If you've an explanation, I'd advise you to give it up real quick.
Despite the violence swirling about her words, she purses her lips, eager for your answer. Show her the solonet. We had a dispute between pirates. No, I don't like that. You can't fault me for defending myself.
Oh, but I can. Being the captain of an entire fleet means you can do whatever the blast you'd like.
She lifts her chin, black and blue eyes boring into you, but a hard-edged smile quirks her lips.
You cut off my right hand. How do you plan to replace it?
Give 250 copper. I hear silver makes for a shiny hook.
He said you had a smart mouth. But I suppose this'll quell my anger. For a time.
She weighs the pouch of coins in her hand before tucking it between her breasts. To make room, she removes a hidden knife. It gleams golden in the light before disappearing into a concealed sheath up her sleeve.
Now that we've got that out of the way, I'll admit, I really like you, Captain. You got guts. And not just smattered in your hair. I'd like to make you a deal. Forgive me for dragging you all this way, but I find the proposition of a partnership best works in person. Me and mine within the Principe would make for powerful allies on your side. But would you give us loyalty in return? That, I'd like to know.
Perhaps and perhaps not.
Suppose we've to give each other a test. Make sure it's a good fit. Say you wanted to entice an alliance of like-minded captains. You might start by aiding one of my best in Nekataka. She smuggles through the Undercroft. Goes by the name of Mad Morena, she does. And let me tell you, Dove, she's earned the moniker.
Cross your arms over your chest.
You're a hard one to read. Fancy a game of cards some night?
She spins her solonet on its string between her breasts.
I'll take your answer as a yes, for now. You've a bright future ahead of you, Watcher. See that you don't tarnish it by flying the wrong pirate's flag. Out with the stale and in with the new, eh? I know you've met with Ferrante. That you may even be working for him. That pribbling cock-rot.
With a flick of her fingers, the captain swipes a goblet of God's killer rum off her desk. She takes a long swig before pointing at you.
But that doesn't mean you can't partner with me instead. Don't do anything to let him catch on. Just keep me appraised of certain future events as they shape up. Aye?
Cross your arms over your chest.
Shh. No need to say anything, not yet. You just think on it next time you're toiling for a man who'd happily gut you, after you've done his bidding, given half the chance.
She taps one temple knowingly.
When the time's right, we'll set our strategy. Well, what can I do, you lovesome?
Oh, what sort of things do you like to do in your leisure time?
What? Like, for hobbies? when I'm not out plundering the seas, I'm right here ruling my fleet. Suppose I like a good bit of target practice. And of course, who doesn't like rum and a hot bath? Don't guess you like the same?
I could go for a hot bath right now, in fact.
Well, sure.
Alright.
A light's foot and an heavy bullet, I cap.
Let's get out of here.
Sure.
I forgot about talking to Ferrant. They got a new harpsichord. Harpsichord. New piano. Whatever you want to call it. Alright, where is Ferrant? I forgot about his quest. Summon me to Dunnage. What is this? Oh, that's a quest that's way too high for me. Sandstorm Ruins. Dunnage is up here. Oh. Ooh, that looks dangerous. Ooh, these are all like triple red. Oh, we're about to get attacked. Level 10 with 13 crews. So yeah, we're gonna need to probably do some. No, let's just board. This might be a rough fight though. Let's see what happens. Okay, he went crazy. We're gonna have to.
Hey, that wasn't that bad.
Your aim could use some improvement.
Weapons no good to me.
Okay.
Not exactly in my area of expertise. Not exactly my area of expertise.
From feeding the fishes.
Might take a bath right.
Let's go.
Alright, this is getting a little hairy.
Just like that.
Not so hard.
Too slow.
Tough, but not impossible. Very nice. Quick save! Well, this island looks like it's way too tough for me at the moment, so we're going to ignore it. Dunnage. Onward ho. What about this island? A single abandoned village. And some fruit. Are you gonna attack me? Yes, you are. Flag am I flying? None, which is good. Level 11. Might want to try some naval combat first. Voyager beats to windward, attacking between port and starboard with all appropriate speed. Your ship is faster and your crew better prepared. You secure the wind gauge before the Siren Song's crew has the opportunity to come about and claim it for themselves. Ah, crap. I don't remember the range on my cannons. Fire the forward cannons. We want to go grape shot. Pretty jibe. Fire the aft cannon. Fire the forward cannons. Ah, they both missed. Well, I'd say we just need to charge. We'll see what we can see. Ugh, this fight's gonna be nasty. I don't know how we're gonna fare. They have a lot of crew. Alright, Adair, I don't want you just like charging into nothing. So,
my thing. Savvy?
Adair, just go right here. Okay. You, we need to focus fire here. No.
Can't be more than half empty.
Better try something else.
What did you just do, Eothas? You psycho. Oh, he's totally gonna eat it. Yeah, he jumped over the railing. I do not know why he did that.
Futile.
There's a wallopit. Missed. Let's move.
Yeah.
Careful! You won't show him the whip feather yet!
Or lost this fight.
That must have hurt.
This weapon's no good to me.
Another withers on the vine.
Alright, we're gonna have to load. Try that fight one more time, but it's probably out of my difficulty range. Let's see what we can see. Alright, I want everybody needs to stay tight. No. You need to go back here, buddy. Who's this? Eothas. Where's Adair? Oh, he already went like rushing in. What an idiot. I don't know. This is gonna end poorly. Let's do a fireball right here. Alright.
Sorry, friend.
Adair. You idiot.
I need some help here.
Well, that's because you jumped in the middle of the fray.
Me and you are. We're dropping
Yeah. That fight is beyond us at the moment. Stop. Actually, I forgot I can go to my deck, and maybe I can level up everybody here. Maybe that makes a difference in fights? I don't know. But I haven't leveled up any of my other secondary characters. I haven't used them in my party yet, so I don't know if that affects ship combat or not. Reputations. Well, I can't level them up though. Let's dock real quick. No, I can't do it from there either. I gotta do it when I'm actually in a port with my party at my control. Let's see if I can do it here. Dunnage. Alright, let's try it here. How do I... How do I switch party members in and out? I've never worried about it.
Got it.
That can't
Did
be
you
who I
catch the
think
new
it
play
is.
by the Peg Leg performers yet? It's awful.
The Green Menace?
Damn me
That
for
I
a buttered
did.
slice of hardtack.
Made me wanna-
It's you, ain't it?
The pale elf squints at you and puffs on her pipe. Acrid smoke from the bowl wreathes her face. Captain the Voyager, at your service.
Angry by the thumbs. At your service, he says. I'll keep it quick, see? If your little dinghy has got some chase in it, I've got a list of captains with a black mark to their name whose ships need a quick scuttling. And I'm in the market for a scuttler.
She sticks the pipe in the side of her mouth and grins, showing a mouthful of yellow teeth. Yeah, where do I start?
You read me like a book, you do. Then let's talk business, eh? You'll be looking to scuttle Cornu first, one of Rowatai's finest, eh?
I already dealt with
I
him.
hope the Navy doesn't trouble you none over it. They tend to hold a grudge. Hey, you're better at this than I thought. You open to more work and more coin for your troubles?
Yep.
Your next target is Kwaru, a Huana captain with a black mark on his name. I knew you. Kwaru helms the junk Kamat O Ngati and lurks on the outskirts of Kua Urikuhu island chain, east of Nekataka.
Not a problem. A large Alma sailor sits on the docks, broad shoulders hunched forward, back bowed. When he shifts, his blue-green skin ripples over his hulking muscles.
Ain't no cruel eye of me. What good's a pirate who can't see? Forget navigating by the stars or shooting a pistol. I can't even swing a sword accurately now. Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you?
Sure.
Andra's blessings to you for sharing, sailor.
What's your story?
Is this what my life boils down to? A moment of entertainment for others?
He shrugs. He sighs heavily, big shoulders hunched.
I was a bosun not so long ago, and a damn good one at that. But I took a shot to the face, see?
He waves one massive hand in front of his sightless eyes.
Didn't lose much skin, but the flash burned out me eyesight. I can't make out so much as a blurry shape more than a foot away.
Well, that's unfortunate, good sir. Not a lot I can do for you. I got another kitty cat. Ooh, a cat named Zorro. +1 resolve. What's the one I have right now? +2 resolve. So unfortunately for you, my current
Leave it
pet
to me.
is better. Oh, there's a pig.
Don't think I can pull that off.
Chauncey. A trim man in practical, well-crafted leathers watches you from the corner of his eyes. When he catches you looking his way, his hand drifts casually to the dagger at his hip and lingers for a moment. Then he smiles, the corners of his hazel eyes crinkling with genuine warmth, and he waves you over.
A cozy traveler. Care to hear a tale?
He rubs thoughtfully at the stubble along his jaw.
Well, I was born to a family of merchants on the Pearl Coast. I was a restless boy, and my feet took me to the Valen Republics when I came of age.
As Carlos speaks, his previously strong Valian accent begins to fall away, and his voice takes on the characteristic twang of the Deerwood.
I learned of the power of geography and language at my father's knee, and those skills proved useful in the republics. I had many successful years as a merchant, and then I made a mistake.
Say nothing.
I joined up with a company based in Girara that traded in beautiful weavings. But they were ill-gotten gains, forcibly produced by a weaver the company kidnapped named Bonicetta. I didn't learn the truth until it was too late. And when our crime was uncovered, I was exiled from the republics.
Say nothing.
I would like to make amends to Bonicetta personally, but it seems a distant possibility. Ah, well, I learned my lesson. I won't be played for a fool again.
Why do you speak like a Valian?
It is good to blend in. All the better to observe the business of those around you, yes?
Can you teach me what you learned in the Valian Republic?
Fuck, you listen to my tale. I suppose I can do that for you for 3,000 copper.
No thanks.
You should want for me.
What about you? You find a woman of early middle years, dressed fine, if dirty. Armor adorned with bright purple piping. A pair of long scars bisect her brow and jaw. Though she stands at ease, a nervous energy thrums through her.
Fair day, traveler.
She grins broadly, a joyful twinkle lighting her eyes.
Anything I can do for you, just say the word.
Tell me about yourself.
Lady adventurer at your humble service. I was born in a deer and raised in the field, and there's nary a crevice of this archipelago I haven't seen.
The field?
Aye, the living lands most off, but the Deadfire as well of late. And my goodness, if you think the Deadfire's wild, I must say, it's no more thrilling than a lady of luxury's afternoon luncheon in comparison to the glorious madness of the living lands. Being a cipher's come in quite handy, I'll tell you that.
Get into trouble quite often, then.
Oh, dear me, yes. Can't seem to avoid it. Not a lick of it's my fault, of course. It's the university. Always sending me to the most dangerous corners of Eothas, the skimps. If I didn't know better, I might say they were trying to kill me. There's not other way to rid themselves of a tenured professor, after all.
Got any good stories out of it, at least?
Oh, aye. Some you wouldn't right believe. Like the time I lost part of my ear here, see?
She pulls back her hair and shows you her mangled ear. It looks like something's had a good chew on it.
Lost an entire research team along with the ear. Rather a long day, that was. My colleagues have implied I might be cursed, but I can't say I much agree. It's just the nature of the work, you understand. I mean, goodness, if you want a lady to find you the rarest plants, you gotta send her to the most remote places. On my last expedition, my colleague Eothas got herself lost looking for what was essentially a big prickly weed. No medicinal use at all. I found her, though, mostly intact even. A blessing from the living lands, I call it, aye. But I do go on, don't I?
Teach me what you learned.
With pleasure.
3,000.
Teaching is my specialty.
Not right now. Yeah, I'm not interested at the moment. Oh my goodness, there's various places to go here. Okay. Well, for now, let's go to the King's Coffin. Well, it's notched and scarred from callous knife throws that completely missed the target. Oh, there's a whole bunch of named people in here. Okay.
Kill 'em, wait an hour, then pull any gold teeth. Easy as pie.
You're an idiot. Wait a minute, wait an hour. Alive, dead, it makes no difference at all.
I've pulled plenty of gold teeth. I know the right way of it.
Maybe I'll pull your teeth just to prove you wrong.
That's...
What do you know? It really does make no difference. You out.
Is that how everyone handles disagreements around here?
At the bar, you find a tall man with salt gray hair and strikingly bright blue eyes. His face sports a handful of long scars that continue down his neck and disappear beneath the collar of his shirt. He looks up from wiping down the counter when you approach, gives you a broad, disarming smile.
Haven't seen you around before. Welcome to the King's Coffee.
His smile was wide enough to show his bright white teeth, but his eyes remain cold and flinty.
What can I do for you?
The tavern looks a lot like an old ship.
Figured that out all on your own, did you?
He winks.
You're right, though. Inherited an old dhow from my da when he passed. Right piece of shit it was, too. Realised I was bound to make more coin turning her into a tavern than letting her rot in her berth.
There is a tavern in... Oh, I can't remember where it was now. I'd have to look at our photo archives. When Chris and I were in Ireland a couple years back. I guess it's 3 years ago now, end of 2017. One of the castles we went to, they have a tavern inside the castle it's all from old ship innards, and it looks like the interior of a ship. It's really cool.
What do you want?
Got any regulars looking for a little adventure? No, how about sailors looking for work? I need a crew.
So long as you don't mind pirates, sure.
Expert surgeon. Ooh, okay. Hire them all. Party manager. Okay, here's where I do this. So we're gonna dismiss.
See you when I see you.
Because I want to level these people up. Sleight of hand. Streetwise. What are you? He's a chanter. Which is like a bard, I guess?
I should come clean about something, Captain.
Speak your
Atsura
mind.
didn't set me loose just so I could stay busy. I've got this stack of missives I need to deliver. Noble errand, right? The company has a lot of people working away from headquarters, and Atsura trusted me to get these in the right hands.
Alright.
Appreciate it, Captain. This one's bound for Harama, and these are for Tuaha, an old friend's.
Something on your
Is
mind?
there anything the Watcher does not see? We have both seen the worst of the city. How the Reparu cluster like sea rats. Delver's Row will take care of them for a time. But I say the Crown will not suffer the Principe for long. How did the stone walls and paved lanes of Nekataka divide? You have walked the length of Nekataka's spine. How would you serve the needs of all these people at once?
Start with what you have and find a better system.
Akera, a practical... I was hard-pressed to find insight like yours in Pariki's overlord.
Yeah, so...
What can I do for you? What do you want?
Buy something. Dismiss, 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 dismiss. Recruit. Recruit, recruit, recruit.
At your service, Watcher.
Oh, I just need to level you up, and I can't level you up at the moment, so...
What can I do for you? What do you want?
Rid of you.
Goddess.
Anchors away.
What can I do for you? What do you want? So long as you shop.
Alright. Stash. Okay, quick save. Might as well talk to the other people here. Oh, I do need a rest.
What can I do for you? Figured that. You're right, though. What do you want? How heavy's your cook?
Is that you? What's it been? 5 years?
I love this tavern.
If you're enjoying my performance, tips are welcome but not required. Thank you, loyal patron.
Voice monotone, the wizard examines her nails as she speaks. A hand on her hip, she cocks her head as she waits for you to speak. Doesn't look like you are enjoying yourself.
I work for a handful of pyres per day. How could I find enjoyment in that?
How'd you end up among the pirates?
I was playing dice and gambled on a sure thing. It turned out not to be such a sure thing, and now Harker owns my arse until I can pay off the debt. Of course, I started off owing him 250, and even though I've paid that twice, now I'm in the hole for 700. The interest rate, this uniform, my food and drinks, they all got added onto my tab at the end of the day.
There's a tip.
Oh, thank you, patron. I'll be debt-free in no time.
Can I buy her?
What can I do for you? What do you want? There's always some...
Oh. So I can't do anything about her. You find a lanky blonde elf flipping through a book of Adrian poetry by the artist Silba. His armor is well worn and well kept, and bears on its breast the image of a double-headed eagle holding a sword and crown. Looking more closely, you notice that with his free hand he's picking a padlock.
Hello. May I help you?
He catches you looking and gives you a shy smile.
Need anything?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm not sure what there is to tell. I'm a man of adventure, mostly.
Anything that would make a good story?
A few. More than I could share in a night, to be sure. There is one that I was on an expedition into the backwoods of Read when I came across an abandoned town. The Read are conservative, and what a selection of books. I tired soon of wandering. I felt a stirring in my bones one day. I can't explain it. I don't know what's waiting for me. Well,
Alright.
You listen to my long tale.
No. So these are just people that teach you more things. Who's the demon?
Andrus crushing void. I'm starved.
Alright, nothing else in here of notice. Did get some new crewmen. Don't know where to go actually. Try the beacon. I think the court is where Dunnan is where Fanfer or whatever his name is waiting for me. Out of curiosity, let's show me navigators. Yeah, you're better than she is. Ah, we have to return to the shipyard to do it. Can't do it from here. Two-eyed Pim.
Much ado to you, Casita.
The captain flourishes a sweeping bow. When he bends forward, a golden sonnet slips from his collar to dangle from the end of its chain. He tucks it away, but not before you notice the etching on its front side, which marks him as the third chair on the Consuaglo Mis Casitas.
A word of advice. Guard your back in dunnage. You have not yet carved a name for yourself or your crew. Yet you choose to swim in a sea of sharks. Should one take a bite, the Consuelo will not intervene.
I pronounced that wrong. The Consuelo.
Elsewise, how might I be of assistance?
Alright, it doesn't look like there's really anything of interest up here at the moment.
Sure. How may I help?
No, do not
Gladly.
take that.
Fresh fruit. What can I stock?
Yeah, I don't need anything actually.
Andra's gills. There's no hope. That was a disaster of epic proportions if ever I directed one.
Arms flailing wildly before her, the stage performer shoos the other actors from the set.
A typhoon couldn't have cleared out our audience faster.
So what's going on?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what, everything. My troop's coming apart at the seams. We're short on cash, we're low on people, and we've run plumb dry on enthusiasm.
She ticks the points on her
We haven't
fingers.
drawn a decent crowd in more than a fortnight. And it ain't like pirates are hard to please. That's how you know the show really stinks. But I think I know what the problem is. We've got a lack of flair. If only I could hire more talented performers. I just know my play would take off.
Yeah, I'll help.
Really? Well, that's great. Then we could...
Abruptly, her eyes narrow, her dark brows furrowing with heavy suspicion.
Wait a tick. Why would you help me? What do you get out of this?
Don't see anybody else helping you, do you?
Right. Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose.
She strokes one of her bushy eyebrows thoughtfully.
I'm in desperate need of 2 more performers. A wizard for one, plus any oaf big enough to pose as Eothas.
I know, just the 2. There's the big dude, the big blind dude on the docks, and then the girl in the tavern.
I happen to know a wizard of the finest skill set who already performs here in... Get me the right people for the part.
Yeah. Be right back. That's an easy quest, and it's right here. You right here, buddy.
Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you?
How would you feel about playing the part of Eothas on stage?
What? I'm no actor. And besides, I can't barely see nothing as it is.
Believe me, you're perfect for the role.
You really think so?
He raises his chin up, tilting his face side to side, as if examining himself in a non-existent mirror.
Maybe I do have a mug made for the stage. I sure got the voice for it, eh? Turn me in the right direction, and I'll make me way to the Radiant Court.
Right. Now we gotta go get the wizard. The wizard lady. She's going to come and dance for her troupe. Make money like a bard. Alright, lady.
Welcome back, patron. I so hope you enjoy the performance.
Calandra needs it for her play.
I'd be happy to go back working for her, except I owe Harker over there a good deal of money. Stupid dice went cold at the wrong time. Until I pay him what I owe, 700 pyres, I'm not sure.
I'll see what I can
It's
do.
worth a try, I guess. You must really want to see Calandra's play. Well, I won't stop you from helping me out.
You can tell me about Harker.
You haven't heard the rumours, I take it? Some people say he's the Red King.
The infamous pirate. I heard he was lost at sea years ago.
Aye, I'd heard that too. But some folks say he faked his death to escape the wrath of the Valian Republics.
The elf leans closer, conspiratorially, to murmur in your ear.
Those same folks say that Harker was the Red King.
Licking the corner of her mouth, she straightens. She smooths her hair with trembling fingers.
I wouldn't go on asking him about it, if you know what I mean. Harker's got a nasty reputation.
Alright, well, let's quick save and see what happens when I talk to
What
him.
can I do for you?
I'm gonna pay off to turn his debt.
Got to you, did she? The woman can spot a soft-hearted mark from 50 paces. Like a sixth sense or something. Remarkable. Here's the thing, though. It's more profitable for me to keep her under my thumb, so, sweet as your offer is, you can keep your money. Unless there's something else you need, I think we're done here.
What else do you take in exchange for her freedom?
If I wanted something else, I'd have asked for it. What can I do for you? I made my... Look
What if I
at
double the
you,
money?
Big spender. Word of caution now. You don't want to look too desperate around here. Pirates can sniff that out easy as stink on fish. Tierna's free to go.
You know what, though? I'm gonna reload, because I wonder if I can find something in one of his rooms. What gotta see? We are gonna check it out. Out of pure curiosity.
My, aren't you a handsome one?
An older woman looks you up and down and smiles, revealing several gold teeth.
Did you need help with something, my dear?
What do you do here?
Isn't it obvious? I entertain, of course.
She does a little shimmy and breaks off with a
It'll
laugh.
cost you 50 pyres, naturally. And don't let the wrinkles fool you. I'm still young at heart, and I've got more experience than most.
I will pass.
What do we have here?
A young man dressed in skin-tight leathers gives you a quick once-over. He must like what he sees because he smiles wide, his lips just parted.
How can I ease your troubles, friend?
What do you do
I
here?
surprise and delight the clientele. My speciality is oil. I got other skills, of course.
No, no thanks. I'll pass. What I will do, though, is wait and see if they go away. Nope, they do not.
Real quiet now.
Aye.
Seraphim.
Aye, aye. Will my eyes be open? My fingers be fat and furry, but they're ever so nimble. I don't be supposing we could blow it up.
Well, I'm not going to get anything out of that.
Will my eyes be open?
Yeah? Sure.
Well, let's see if we could just give her the money.
Welcome back.
Here, pay off your debt.
Don't give it to me, give it to Harker. I can't fathom why you do it.
What can I do for you?
Pay off Turner's
Here's the
debt.
thing, though. Unless there's something else you need, if I wanted something else, I'd look at you, turn.
Alright, I guess just gonna have to pay.
Endless thanks for taking care of my debt. See you at the play.
Several brutish-looking thugs emerge from the nearby alleys. Please, bring it. Not afraid of a few pirates.
Well, well, if it isn't Arca's new business partner, that's quite a lot of coin you two exchanged.
We're not business partners.
Don't bother lying. Several of my men saw you at the King's coffin. Looks like Arca's hiring new muscle and coming out of retirement. And I can't be having that now, can I? Think I'll send him your head. As a...
Alright, I gotta rearrange my party because... Alright, Adair, what are you doing, dude?
Me too, man.
Let's go.
Hogwash!
Me too, man.
Happy to oblige. All things must come to an end. Even me.
Alright, we need to put some heal down.
That must have hurt.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
Oh, good.
This is futile.
Sigmas, me too, man.
Yeah, that's not right at all.
No problem.
Ship hunter. Aye. Anyone who kills that many Valine trading bastards is a right hero of mine.
Thanks muchly for bringing Taerna back to us. Her storm and weather spells will really strike an atmosphere for the play. And now that we've got a real big brute for Eothas, we can put on a proper play. Stick around for the performance. I think you'll be plenty pleased.
She spreads her hands as if about to take a bow, but instead she snaps her fingers together and the stage darkens behind her, signaling the start of the show.
Ladies and gentle pirates, and rapscallions too, you are in for the truest of mental treats. Without further ado, I present the Green Menace. Let us begin with our valiant new blood crews. The Lusty Rudder and Fortune's Folly. Two ships adrift at sea for weeks and weeks on a venture most daring, in search of the uncharted islands.
Woe and torture. Months at sea with no treasure to show for it. You sure these uncharted islands exist, Captain? We ain't seen land for days.
Were they easy to find, they'd be called the Chartered Islands, wouldn't they? If you're thinking to mutiny...
Land ho! Land ho! Got a lumpy-looking island coming on the horizon.
That's no island. That be the Green Menace. We are doomed for sure.
Souls and gold and glory, you will give these to me. For I am a god among gods, and a true menace upon the seas. Souls and gold and glory. Blame the Dawn Stars, for they have summoned me. And now, I must feed.
This will be the end for us, it will. Oh, Andra, take me now.
Gotta admit, pretty groovy.
And that's the story of how Eothas sank a fleet of our best tars. Like the floating hangman, you see the Green Menace coming, you sail the other way. Thank you. Donations and gratuity are greatly appreciated.
I've heard rumors of this floating hangman.
They love us, do you think? They goddamned loved us thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Thanks again for your help. We couldn't have done it without you.
Ah. Pleasure doing business with you. Alright. What else can I explore in this area?
Looking for work? I've got coin and a few scores to settle.
Sure, I'll take more bounties. Desiral?
You carry yourself like a person well acquainted with violence. Care to put your skills to use for a good cause? And some coin, hmm?
She dances a coin across her knuckles, mirth a bright glint in her eyes. Yeah, so tell me more about this cause.
It's simple enough. The firebrand commanded by Captain Henqua once plagued the Deadfire. The skill and brutality of Henqua's crew was the stuff of legends.
Desirel flicks the coin she's holding and snatches it from the air with a grin. Up close, it's clearly a solonet.
Legendary nightmares, more like. After how they did the crew with a virtuous reward. Even that bastard Benwith wanted nothing to do with them.
But pirate legends don't live long. Some months ago, an alliance of Neketaka pirate hunters managed to corner the firebrand and sink her off the coast of Tikawara. They confirmed Captain Henqua's death, but her senior crew members escaped unscathed. And now it seems like bringing the firebrand's crew to justice doesn't matter to anyone but me.
Even in the low light, you can see a vein throbbing in her temple. Her voice drops to a low growl.
So I want you to kill them. And I'll pay you out of my own pocket if you do.
Yeah, okay. It sounds like you got quite a grudge.
It's nothing personal. The crew earned their reputation through murder and thievery, and it would make me sick to see them regain an ounce of their power.
She tries for a nonchalant shrug, but it comes off looking like she's got a sore shoulder instead. As she speaks, Desirel removes a small solonet from her pocket and polishes the surface of the corner of her shirt. Her features soften like she's visiting an old memory. Then she stuffs the coin back in her pocket with a barely audible sigh. Raise an eyebrow.
I know a questioning eyebrow when I see one, and I'm not in the mood to be giving answers. I've got family business to tend to, is all. But I suppose you have a right to know.
She pauses and slips the solonet from her pocket again. It gleams golden in the low light.
My idiot kid sister was on the firebrand, seduced to a dishonest life by the promise of adventure. When the pirate hunters killed the crew and sank the ship, they also killed my sister. But those irredeemable lowlifes I sent you after got away without a scrape. I want them to pay. I don't much care how, so long as they take their turn on the wheel.
I'll take care of it.
The firebrand had a mascot, a useless little bastard, who's taken to calling himself Lord Admiral Imp. He's not terribly dangerous on his own, but he's keen to make a nuisance of himself wherever he goes.
She rubs the bridge of her nose and sighs.
Last I heard, Lord Admiral Imp was making himself comfortable in Queen's Berth. You'll find him there with a few zarups and constructs, the little buggers convinced to follow him. Bless their simple hearts.
I did come across him. I don't remember where, though.
You'll be taking down Lady
Next on your
Ipiro,
list.
Captain Henqua's former first mate and a rumored lover. She's a cipher, and a dangerous one at that. Ipiro maintains an estate in Serpent's Crown in Neketaka. But I wouldn't recommend you rush in muzzles blasting and swords held high. She keeps a number of bodyguards on her payroll.
Wasn't Ipiro the lady we found who was dead? Got it, alright.
You'll be going after Katren, the firebrand's resident wizard. Rumor has it, she was once an apprentice to Arkemir before turning pirate. Last I heard, Katren and her sundry little minions could be found lazing about the sacred stair here in Neketaka at night. No idea where she disappears off to during the day.
Who's the last target?
I have a challenge for you, my friend. And his name is Torkar, leader of the Firebrand's boarding parties. He's an ogre, with a reputation for cleverness and cruelty both. I've even heard tell it was Torkar who was behind the Firebrand's most successful tactics, not Henqua. Torkar was last seen at Lifte's refuge here in Dunwich, dead set on joining a crew, or assembling his own. I trust you won't let that happen.
Farewell.
Happy hunting.
So those are all bounties. Yeah, he's triple red. That's not going to happen.
So you're the captain the old pork's been talking about. Aye, you do look like a fearsome sort. Welcome to Dunwich. What are you having? I'll pour you a double.
What do you know about the floating hangman? Her eyes go wide and she fumbles a bottle of spirits, spilling rum all over the counter.
No one survives the floating hangman. Or so they say. It's the ship of the dead.
Fair enough.
I'm telling you, ask for Erwina in the king's coffin. She
Another dog?
see stars.
You half-masted sot! She's got to be 90 years old.
Welcome to my emporium. What would you like?
What do you have for sale? Yeah, I'm not spending all that money on armor. Not at the moment.
My old captain, drinker, from the day he was born to the day he died.
First thing you notice about this man is the nature of his attire. Loud, in clashing reds and purples, bright as a peacock. On second glance, you see that he's tall and lanky, boyishly handsome in an unkempt way, with a trim beard and a friendly smile. He hums a little tune to himself as he watches the passerby.
My good sir, hello.
He gives you a frightfully cheery wave and beckons you closer.
Whatever might I do for you? May luck.
Yeah, I don't really want to hear stories at the
Wound up
moment.
with a wooden leg, 26 ships and a fever. Sunrise is a world dust. The coming horizon is a sized ruin.
Where does that go? Well, let's check out the treasure trove.
They sail.
Oh, excuse me.
Welcome to the treasure trove, sailor.
A strapping godlike blinks between the swollen, crusty tumors lining her eyes. Her lips crack, weeping a sappy substance as she speaks.
Anything in my trove catches your eye, you let me know. All right.
Let's see what you've got. Oh, you've got all sorts of magical stuff. Stuff that I'm not gonna buy at the moment.
Real quiet now.
Alright, well, I think that's about as good as cutoff point as any. Although I needed to find, where did it go? He waits for me in his tower, but I didn't see him. Let's go back over there real quick and just see what we can see. It's the top of his tower, the only towers in Balefire Beacon. I missed a room over here. Maybe that's where he's at. Well, I don't see him. Oh, he's right there. I'm so stupid for not seeing that first time around.
Ah, Watcher. Good. You have arrived.
Chin jutting upward, he grants you a winsome smile. His left cheek dimples as the smile spreads to show teeth.
Ahoy there yourself, Captain. What do I be but a pretty bit of man-meat to dangle from a wrist? As easily forgotten as set aside.
Arms akimbo and head askance, Seraphim smirks. Ferrante rubs his thumb over his golden solinet, violent thoughts gliding over his face like dark clouds. Then he smiles, but it's a vicious expression more than a pleasant one.
A little seabird informs me that you have dealt with our mutual problem, the scoundrel Benwet.
His eyes glint as a fierce grin cuts across his face, and his lone dimple deepens.
I hear you have a flair for the dramatic, or should I say, explosive antics? A magnificent way to settle one's disputes indeed. And you truly left Benwet's reputation in pieces. Gelarde, for this you have my grandest commendation.
You'd have been right amused, you would. Few sights as fine as that hard-blowing three-sheeter getting what's long been doing.
Hands on his hips, Seraphim juts his chest forward, blue fur expanding like a bird's plumage.
You are lacking in so many ways, my former ship hunter, but no one can say you are not entertaining. I myself would have enjoyed watching you put the scoundrel in his place.
I didn't bother with Benweth just for your praise.
No, as my memory serves me, you did not.
A flare of anger sharpens his smile and burns darker the color of his eyes.
And as promised, I have prepared for you a fine prize.
Yeah, I don't care about a cloak. I would have rather had coin, but...
However, there is another matter of which we must now speak. I must confess to you a bit of a problem has arisen. One which speaks to your expertise with the supernatural. We've sighted the floating hangman that haunts the Deadfire.
I've read accounts of an undead ship that flies a Darkosi flag, yes?
It would seem I have undervalued you, Watcher.
His dark eyes glint with interest.
I will not mince words, as you undoubtedly know what we are up against. This galleon, what likely remains of the Fonferros, is a frightful legend. We have been losing ships at sea, amico, and not to those Valera ship-hunting bastards. I believe the floating hangman may be our culprit. Fortune favors us, as I have procured a survivor from such a recent sinking. You will consider what she has to say.
Head craning abruptly to the side, he barks a loud order.
Come forth, Selenia. Quickly now, or I will run rivers of your lethargic blood.
At the last, he smiles. Sun blisters and raw boned, the pirate regards you both with a discerning glare. She tongues a chapped bottom lip but keeps silent.
Well, spit it out, Selenia, and try not to embarrass me before our guest.
Of course, Captain. It might have pretty hard near the end, but I spit the tale as best as I can.
The pirate touches a spot at the base of her skull and winces. She glances off to the side, eyes black and full of hurt. Ferrante sighs and rubs tiredly between his brows.
Go on, gent. I'm ready as I'm like to get me.
With a shiver, the pirate turns her black buttoned eyes to you. What happened to you?
Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood and meat in the end. It branded the back of my eyes that moment. High seas, nothing but blue all around. Then, mist so thick you could taste it. Ships sailed from within. Out of nowhere was a hunt, not for loot, but for bodies. The ship, it looked...
She gropes at her hip, but there's nothing there. Fingers fumbling at the air, she bares her teeth.
rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop them from boarding. Couldn't kill them. Couldn't even fight them in the end.
When did this happen? She rubs a hand through her short hair, scowls.
Dunno me. Drifted for days, maybe longer. Kept winking in and out after I ran out of drink.
One of mine found her no more than a week ago. Malnourished, dehydrated. The poor girl was scarcely able to speak.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I? Could sail, too. No, you got no reason to keep me.
She flits her hands over the softness of her shirt. Again, her fingers hesitate close to her hip, the fabric crinkled there where a pistol might normally be strapped. A muscle ticks in Ferrante's jaw, but he otherwise ignores her.
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask of our guest before she departs from us.
Tell me about them, the undead.
They were dreadful. Some were clothed, like maybe they'd only recently died. Others weren't more than moving bones. One was different. Her presence was overwhelming. Heavy. Flames burned in the place of her eyes. The crew shambled hard to do her bidding, even the ones who seemed hardly aware. Figured she was the captain, me.
There is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the Fonferus of Old Valia. It belonged to a Darkotsi paladin of some legend, one Lucia Rivan. But Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her of a subject she may know.
How were you taken by surprise in the
Me and
open
my
sea?
crew were adept. Alert. Was some magic foul. Just sudden, then this thick fog roiled up, skimmed right out.
How'd you survive?
Calling me Craven? Huh, sure. I took a knock in and I was out for a while. When I came to, they were eating Ganasco, our steward. I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase.
Alright, that's enough. Selenia cuts a glance to Ferrand for confirmation. When he dismissively waves her away, her black eyes narrow and she raises her chin, defiant. But then he turns his gaze fully to her, suddenly seething, and she shrinks in on herself. Fists shaking at her side, she reluctantly retreats.
She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. But that is a problem for another time. One moment, Watcher.
The captain scowls at Selenia's retreating back, a dark anger warming his cheeks. Dare be damned, Captain, as I believe you told Selenia, spit it out already. He grins, wild and roguish.
Looks like we'll be making a salty grog-sucking cur of this one yet.
Mind the manner in which you address me, ship hunter.
The mirth evaporates from his face.
Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia Rivan, whose flag flies atop our spectral ship, was a Darkotsi paladin who died more than 200 years ago. It is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear Rivan's fate in life may illuminate the nature of her undeath and how to defeat her galleon. Unfortunately, the only soul who could possibly shine more light on our situation lies buried deep within Neketaka. One Isir the Berethian, now well rotted, I presume.
I take it you have a plan?
Indeed, I do. Though I and mine cannot so openly venture into the depths of Neketaka, nor can we commune with the dead. You, Watcher, are adept in both of these areas.
Fair enough.
You must search the Temple of Berath on Neketaka's sacred stair. Ysir's tomb within it should contain a chronicle for how and where he slayed our paladin, Rivan.
I'll see what I can do.
Gelarde, do return when you've any lead that may navigate us to where the floating hangman anchors. I will be waiting.
Alright. That, I believe, is going to be the end of this session. It's Sunday. I'm going to go take a nap. And I will be back later on today with some Lord of the Rings Online, probably early afternoon. So stick around. Catch y'all later.